So I'm going to go and get started. I was flipping through the way earlier and I came across a quote that I thought was fitting for today, as today is the Feast of All Saints. And that's number 405. So you failed. You, be convinced of it, can never fail. You haven't failed. You've acquired experience. Forward. And so I feel like this quote kind of pertains a lot to the saints. I can't remember which saint it was, but they said that even a perfect saint, if you will, perfect, the perfect saint sins 7 times a day. So I can only imagine how many times I sin a day. No, shoot, you know. But I think that this quote rings true for those saints and then also for ourselves. And the fact that we become discouraged upon ourselves and we feel like we're failures and we feel like we're unworthy. But rather the opposite is true. We learn from those mistakes. We come back to Christ in confession. We renew our love with Him, our sanctity with Him, and push forward. Right? And so what better way to do that than to pray, than to fast, and to consecrate ourselves to the Blessed Mother, to ask for her intercession. And so, in harmony with that, on November 5th, we begin total consecration to Mary. And so I encourage you guys, if you haven't already, to take that up and to look into that. Both consecrate yourself to her, and maybe consecrate yourself to the group if you haven't done so already. But what better way to become a saint than to live a life of love, than to live a life of humility, to live a life of virtue, to take reference and to look towards other saints, towards their skills, not to say skills, but towards their habits and their virtues. See what they did. Saint Therese, who was humble in her little way. Or Saint Jerome, who was a little rough around the edges and cursed, and did all these different things. But nonetheless, they're both saints. So which path will you take? Which path should you take? But find your path to sainthood. Don't be discouraged in your failures. For Christ's power is made perfect through weakness. Philippians 4, no. I don't remember which one that is. St. Paul wrote it. That was a different Bible verse. But for Christ's power is made perfect through weakness. So take courage and push forward. That's all I got. Donate more to me.
Pełne ostrożenia.